Here we're at the Capitol. I have to figure out how to minimize this so that I can share it to Twitter. So give me a second, you guys. Oh, reconnecting. Well, that's going to be difficult. Hold on, I got to figure out. Here we go. Share. Okay. There we go, y'all. Now it's shared. Well, let's see if I can flip this around so you can see what's going on. There's a big show out. People are pretty upset. Washington State's one of the states that has secured a woman's right to an abortion, even if Roe v. Wade is overturned. But everyone's got to come out and stand up if they've got a voice. Are those the witches? We're supposed to meet at a monument. I don't see Nina. She'll be in the front.
Well, that girl, I've seen that girl before organizing the marches.
Well, let's go walk ourselves to the court or the steps where we're going to be speaking, because it's in 13 minutes and I don't want to just stand around. So, okay.
We're not speaking in 13 minutes.
I know, but the thing starts in 13 minutes and I want to see the whole thing. So,
we're supposed to be on the courthouse steps.
I thought it was the Capitol steps. So
That's
you have the stuff on your phone. Here you go. Why don't you find out all the stuff that's on the Facebook page, all the deets on the Facebook page. So it's an honor to get invited to come speak. I think these are our people over there and we just don't know it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
which is why. They're saying abortion rights under attack. What do? We fight back.
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do? We fight back. Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do? We fight back. Abortion
I will
rights
admit,
are under attack. What do we do?
in my own stuff,
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do? We fight back. Abortion
here they
rights
come,
are
y'all.
under attack.
I think we're gonna grab up with them, huh?
walk with them.
Yeah.
Abortion rights
Here,
are
put this in
under
your
attack.
pocket.
What do we do?
We fight back.
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do? We fight back. Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
We fight back.
Abortion rights are under attack. What do
That
we
way.
do? We fight back. Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
Woo!
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do? We fight back. Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
We fight back.
Abortion rights are under attack. What do we do?
We fight back. Well,
It is raining.
while also being
Let's go
sunny.
get our umbrella.
Okay, we're gonna grab the umbrella. Also, did you find out where we're supposed to be?
No.
Okay,
We were gonna
here,
get
you
in
hold
there.
this then, and I'll do this.
We're having fun. This is my protest sign.
Messenger.
It's underneath social media, just like yours. It's sunny and raining in Washington. That's quite common. People are honking. It's turning into a thing, you guys. A lot of people. We're really early.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are. So they're holding these things all over the country at capitals and states. So if you're able to, you should get out and go. But more importantly, you should vote, because the reason that our country's in the state that it's in is not because we have a bunch of people who believe that people should be controlled, oppressed, discriminated against, beaten, robbed, all the things that are happening by our government today. Oh, this is unlocked.
I just unlocked it.
Okay.
I just unlocked it.
Can you get the
Oh,
umbrella?
I don't know what? I don't know.
Is because people don't vote. So you got to vote. Voting is the most important thing that you could do to make a difference. So many of us think that our voice doesn't count when it does. You know, your voice counts, because if it didn't, they wouldn't be trying to do gerrymandering and all of the things that they do to stop people from voting.
Is this the World War II Fountain Memorial?
I don't know.
Well, that's where they're meeting.
Oh, yeah?
Those look like pagans.
I mean, they all look like pagans to me.
So,
It's exciting. It's a lot of people. Let me turn around so you can see. Can't zoom in. They start there, and they go all the way to there, and they're still coming.
where is the cap? Is that the Capitol?
The one with the big dome.
Yeah, so we're meeting at the Capitol steps.
That's what I was saying.
They're meeting at a... So here, this is the thing. And she's got a bunch of info on it. Yeah, I think that those are our people. We'll see. There's a lot going on here. So thank you everybody that has decided to show up and to support what we're doing. I've never actually been to Olympia. Like, I've been through it. I've never gotten out of a car in it. I've never spoke here. It's an absolute honor to get invited. For all the people that are showing up early, thank you. We'll be live streaming the actual talks here in a minute. This is kind of the calm before the storm where we're trying to figure everything out. But it said that we are not to enter the space between the legislative building and the Capitol before noon. I don't know where that space is. But as I live and breathe, it looks like Pete Davis is walking towards me. So I'm going to take that as a positive sign of what's going on in the world today. I'm going to turn this around so you can see. Oh, this big old tree. So, the dude on the left in the tweed looked a lot like Pete. Oh, that's Lene Reed. That right there is Lene Reed. You'll end up seeing more with her as the day goes on, I assure you. She is a mover and shaker in the activism scene in paganism in the Pacific Northwest. It's a beautiful campus.
Well, it's in the campus, is it?
Yes.
This is the
It's called a
campus?
Yes, the government campus.
Okay.
Here, Persephone's here. Just in case y'all didn't know. There she is, right there, with the blonde hair. Let's show everybody your mask real quick.
I told him this is my
Oh,
protest sign.
Heck yeah.
Morning.
Here we are, y'all. First time being invited to speak at a Capitol. Howdy, y'all. Hey, Lene.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
There's Nina.
Hello.
Hey.
I'm trying to.
You want to say hi to the masses?
Hello, masses.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
So,
Hi, guys.
we figured it's important to have this live stream to all the folks. So,
Yes.
Absolutely.
I do not have a scissors or a knife.
I have right here. Right here. She gave it to me.
Is this good?
No,
It's right here.
there you go.
We're cutting this. I don't know how
Yes,
you
ma'am.
wanted me to tie it and get on this
sir.
side, but
Did
it was
not.
like,
Did
are we going
not.
to use the string for other things? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
We should cut it.
Maybe like down here.
Yeah.
Okay, while we're out here, I'll keep my mask on.
Yeah, I'm keeping that on.
Legislative building.
They say that COVID numbers are back on the rise, so don't let your guard too far down.
Yeah, that's the truth.
You'd be a casualty.
That's the truth. They've got it going on down there at the road.
Oh, I saw it when I was coming in. I came in that way. Walked a bit.
Yeah, they're doing just a straight up like circuit across the street over and over again. So we stood for a minute and chanted with everybody and then made our way over.
Kind of what I did. I was like checking them out and then finding my way here. Nina, when we go to talk, where are we going to be talking at?
Right over by that mic.
That's the talk.
Yep. This is all info over here for voter
Okay.
registration and initiative signing.
Oh, yeah.
This is where the speakers
Right
are.
over here. Nice. Nice.
That looks good.
The guy's getting a map to the top, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Then it's...
What are we flying
Thank
the
you.
flags
Appreciate
half
you.
mast for? That's the question.
Do you have a question?
Yeah, why the flags are being flown half mast today?
I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't either. If I wasn't streaming, I'd ask Google. They would know, but yeah, it's weird.
I believe it may have something to do with Ukraine.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Yeah, the all of the people who voted to acquit the man who withheld Ukrainian aid just went to Ukraine today to be like, we support you.
Testing.
It's because of 1 million COVID deaths.
Testing. Okay.
Well, we'll have to say something about that while we're up there then, if that's going to be going on in the background. 1 million COVID deaths, flags flying at half mast today, y'all.
I want to find some place to sit.
I actually wanted to go over and check. I haven't been here before, so we'll be back in just a minute.
Yes.
So let's go check out Olympia. We're gonna find Bella maybe a place that might be good to sit that's not a step, even though the steps are nice. But thought you might want to see the Capitol of Washington.
Walking's okay, just standing's rough.
Look at those mushroomy pillars right there.
Oyster mushrooms.
Yep. For those that don't know, that's a very oyster mushroomy. And look at the cornucopias. You know, I really appreciate this Judeo-Christian design in our Judeo-Christian nation. So Abrahamic. Abram Mercules, maybe. An oak tree? Are you kidding me? Well, these were planted. That's old.
You wouldn't have to say "In God We Trust" if it wasn't some other way before.
Yup. It's the Otten. It's chiseling Akhenaten's face off of everything. Well, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't
That's
know.
got to be the governor's mansion or something.
This is no access. I don't know if we can walk up there at all.
We probably can't. I have very sensitive skin.
Do you?
Yeah, and it's like
Well, now that we're
there's
not...
got to be some kind of fuzz on here.
Do you see the fuzz, everybody?
No. Stop it. There's got
I see a piece of fuzz right here.
There you go. Gotta get everything.
Got it.
It will drive me insane. I'm the
a
princess
hero.
in the pea.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm the princess in the pea.
that's true.
So if there's any little bitty fuzz on it,
well, let's go
I'll
walk
be
down
like,
this way.
oh my God.
We've never been to the Capitol, so... Yeah, that's got to be something like the governor's mansion or something. I don't know if you heard, but the mayor of New York City has declined to live inside of the mayor's mansion, stating, and I quote, "That place is haunted." And
Yeah.
so they're making fun of him, like, this is who we elected, and he's like, I don't care what you think. Like, I'm not going in there. It's haunted. Yep. Good for him. So,
Well, our house is haunted too, but we like it.
truth. Truth.
Yeah. Pete walks around. Our house guest was like, "Who's walking around this house at night wearing cologne?" And we're like, Pete. She's like, "Okay, that's who I'll talk to." Like, on my buttons. I do. These are all of the different guilds and stuff that you can be in the ATC.
Well, and that one up the top that looks like the American flag.
It's my veterans. From Circle Sanctuary, Selena Fox gave me this one because I was a veteran. This is my Marie Laveau. This is the dragon that hangs out on my shoulder.
Look at this tree.
Oh man.
Hold on, y'all.
Trees like Mother Real. I'm pretty sure that if you stood here long enough, the tree would talk to you.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yes. Yeah, that's an awesome tree.
Yeah. Let's look at that.
Well,
We'll just go sit on the courthouse steps like everybody else.
yeah, we'll sit on the courthouse step. If you want to interact, please feel free to chat. We can have a talk about abortion rights. Well, looks like we've gathered about the same amount of people that were there again.
So I told you we're really early.
Well,
They changed the time to a little later.
Yeah.
So
Well, it said on the thing that they were gonna, instead of marching at 11, they were gonna march at 11:45. So I don't know. I'm confused.
Temple of Justice.
Yeah, Temple of Justice, not Justice Building. Temple. Temple. Does that look like a Christian temple? Just out of curiosity. It's all Greek to me.
The entire United States of America was founded on the principles taught in the ancient city of Lucis.
Yup.
That is why Greece is the seat of Western world culture. And Christians were like, we can't do this. We have to change this. But while you can change the words, you can't change the architecture.
Nope.
And it tells the stories.
Yup.
Buildings have power.
Would you like to go sit up there, or would you like to sit
Sure,
down
let's
here?
sit up there. That'd be a good viewpoint.
That's good.
Looks good?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Turn this back around.
It makes me want to quote Homer. While siren limbs changed to golden feathers, girlish faces did not change.
Yeah. So I don't really have a lot of experience or skin in the game when it comes to abortion because I can't have babies. And, well, I don't carry babies anyway. And I've not had to deal with having impregnated anybody that had to get an abortion. My mom never had to get an abortion.
My mother got an abortion.
My grandmother's never got an abortion. Hey, well, there's Oberon Zell, the great wizard of paganism. He's walking across right there. No doubt we'll talk to him soon.
Wonder if Tam came with him. No, she's got a mermaid event today.
Hey, one of my blonde hairs is right here in the front. Look. I was like, is that
his prince's lock?
Yeah, my prince's lock. My Scotch blaze. But I fully have my roots and my life vested in civil rights. And this isn't a religious issue. They want to frame it as a religious issue, but it's not a religious issue. It's a civil rights issue. It's a control issue. We are attempting our best to push the boundaries of legality to turn this place into a theocracy in the name of Christian radicalization. And they think they're a bigger majority than they are. America doesn't even have the highest concentration of Christians. That's Africa, in case you didn't know. So, this whole thing is about a forced push to theocratic authoritarianism. You can pretend like it's anything else. I mean, you can pretend like it's anything else. You can be like, you're crazy, but that's okay. I've watched and watched and watched and watched as the radical Christian right does everything that it can to say, we demand that only our flavor exists and that you live by it. And the rest of the religions in America don't do that. They just don't. And, you can make arguments about Sharia law or whatever, but, that's why we don't have a theocracy in America, because we don't want that either. We don't want Christians having their religious law. We don't want Muslims having their religious law. I'm going to tell you, there'd be plenty of people that'd be upset if we decided to live by Wiccan religious law, because they wouldn't be allowed to be dicks anymore. Most of Wiccan law is like, hey, don't be a jerk to each other and fair money for fair work. I mean, but it still would be wrong if I made you live by it. I don't need to make you live by that. You can live by what you want to live by. Your rights extend, or your right to swing your fist extends exactly as far as in front of my
Oberon's
nose.
Gonna come over here and talk to us.
So, hey, we got a wizard coming. Y'all want to meet Oberon? Hello, sir. How's it going? We're live on YouTube. You want to say hi to the masses?
All right.
Whoop. Hello, sir. We are with Oberon Zell, the founder of Church of All Worlds, he who coined the term paganism, and one of the greatest primates I know. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
All right. This is something really important, and I'm glad that we're all putting ourselves into it.
Yes, I am with you. I've never been invited to speak at a Capitol building before. I'm pretty excited about it.
Nor have I. And I'm very pleased to be able to do this because I'm going to be presenting a CAW encyclical, but it was written by a number of our priestesses 30 years ago.
Nice.
And it's right about this. So
I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited. I wish it could have been under better circumstances.
Well, You know, it's timely. That's the whole idea.
Yeah, that's for
All
sure.
right. Well, I need to go in there and find a restroom. So
Well, be safe.
do that. I'll see
All
you
right,
later.
See you later.
Okay.
Hey,
Hey!
there's a fairy that's accosting
Holy
us.
bajoli! It's Carrie the fairy.
I'm here to do the things.
It's so good to see you.
So good to see you guys. Who over here? Hi, everybody.
We are in front of the world.
Yeah, true story.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
Yeah.
Look at you being all professional looking.
Well, thank you.
Huh? I know. Okay. I know. That was one of those. If I need to identify with Mary Kay, I will, but otherwise.
Oh, yeah, right on.
My sign is.
We drove up in the pink Mary Kay car past everybody, and they were like, "Yeah, women's empowerment."
We rip off your tag.
Oh,
Oh, it just says it one of the ones that I did. That's what I'm trying to say. My daughter and her friend.
yeah, we got people showing up. This is
coming
good.
This way. Oh, you guys, there's like a metric butt ton of people down there.
Yeah, down there.
Like,
But are they
they're all
coming here?
Up here. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, there's organizers down there.
all
that
of
will be
those
bringing
people that
everybody
you
up
saw
here.
down there are going to
You know-
come up here and listen to us.
A metric butt ton is
It is an actual.
3.4 furlongs.
yeah, it's a technical term.
Are those Edward or nautical?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Empirical.
So we're gonna go as long as my phone will hold up. It's at 55% now. So it was at 70% when we started this venture. So we'll see. We'll get it as long as we can. If I've got
Make
to
America think again. I was going to say,
Make
is that
America
a
think
MAGA?
again.
'Cause
make
it said
America
America
think again.
Make America think again. No kidding.
Yeah.
That's the real.
Be the change you want
Like,
to
I have no
see.
idea how they're going to get all the people down there up here. That's going to be insane.
Is that a lot of people?
We're standing down there.
Yes. Oh yeah, we are.
Yeah,
like-
she's speaking too.
Yeah?
Yeah, Carrie's here.
Carrie's speaking too. I was just
And I was-
actually. So,
I didn't see this.
I was just telling the people at home and around the world that, you know, I on an actual abortion level, I don't have skin in that game. Like, I've never had a partner that had to have an abortion. My mom didn't have an abortion. My grandmothers have never had abortions.
Right.
My family's not dealt with that particular issue. I just haven't. But I believe in civil rights. Like, I believe in the great experiment that is America, that is ever evolving towards more and more freedom and
Absolutely.
personal rights. And so I'm definitely going to be speaking on that today.
I like this. What spirit directs her to say?
Well, she said, you can talk about this, and this. What are you going to talk about? And I was like, I don't know.
I haven't decided yet.
I'm not the activist in the, although I get really activated, I'm not the activist in the family this person is. So I was like, just put Dusty
baby.
after me, and I'm going to tell everybody.
So
to vote,
where are you guys at
'cause
right
I think
now?
that's really what we need to do. We need to vote. There's so many of
do
us
you
that don't
see
vote.
where
We have
Voting
how
numbers
many
that cannot be fudged.
How
There's a
many people
closed
are in
off
America,
circle
Dusty?
that you can't really
Three,
get to walk into it?
300 million?
Behind
It's like
the-
200, 350
like
million?
right next
350
to the
million. How
building
many
that
people
has the
voted?
gigantic thingies.
160.
160 million voted.
Most that have ever done it.
So half the people didn't vote,
Okay, where are you
even
at
though
right
we
now?
were at threat of being taken over by a fascist government. Half the people still didn't bother to go vote. And I bet there is a vast majority of them who are not interested in making
Okay,
America
do
great.
you see where there are 5
So that is what we need to
ceramic
do. We
potted
need to vote.
plants in
That's
the
what
middle
I'm
of the
talking
road?
Well, when you look at Judge Alito's leaked memo,
Okay,
he talks
go in
about
that
going
circle.
back to a time
Go past
in the
all those and you go into
1700s.
that circle.
So if the
When
America,
property-
yeah, if the America they're trying to make great again is the 1700s America, I'm not here for it. I had too many people die in too many wars and fight in too many wars for Colin Kaepernick's right to kneel and for
that's good.
my right to be pagan and for women's right to have body autonomy
Right.
for
Okay, well, you guys come over here.
me to go quietly into that
Let me see,
night.
do I see you?
That's just not going to happen.
I see you. I see you. You're there, right there. See? Okay, cool. All right, I love you. Bye.
We've got people coming up. I think that it's getting ready to start, y'all.
I know.
And I'm going to take this sucker down to 1%. And I'm going to let it die on the vine while I'm holding it if I've got to. We'll get as much of it as possible. Yeah, we dressed up because Pete Davis always said that there were doors that tweed jackets and leather elbow patches would open that your
Absolutely.
tentacles and hats would not.
Absolutely. Being impactful is the most important thing that you can do. And whether or not that is visually or verbally, whatever. This is my daughter Morgan.
Hey, y'all.
And her friend Ollie.
Howdy.
So Ollie, this is Belladonna Laveau. She's the archpriestess of the Untitled Tabernacle Church, my church. She's also my friend and teacher and like partner in crime. It's great. And this is Dusty Theon. He's the archpriest of the Aquarian Tabernacle Church. He is also a friend, teacher, partner, pagan in crime, partner in crime.
Do y'all want to be on the internet?
Sure.
Okay.
Of course they do.
Hey.
It seemed like people were starting to meander this way.
I appreciate y'all coming early and sitting with us while we just figure out exactly what we're going to do, how things are going to go.
Because there was a protest here. I don't know what it was.
This is some important protest real estate. That's what we're learning.
It was about abortion rights.
Was it?
It just wasn't our protest.
Yeah, this is called Bands Off Our Body, and it is a nationwide thing that is happening everywhere.
Yes.
The folks over on Twitter were like, oh, you're going live? Yeah, like,
They
save.
broadcast the Washington, D.C. one over Facebook.
Mine's we're on YouTube, and I have it shared to Twitter. Best I can do.
Absolutely.
Off one device. Pretty good off
My
one.
whole life I've been watching West Coast protests and thinking, well, those people are so cool. Because, you know, in Georgia, rural Georgia, we don't have protests.
Yeah.
I'm from Kent, Ohio.
Everybody goes to church.
And I think that's what's important here is that we have so many people that are willing to step up and speak their truth to let everyone in charge know we are not going to take this lying down. Literally.
So if for some reason we don't make it to the end of my battery before Bella and I speak, I will record them on Bella's phone and then upload them, okay? So just letting y'all know. So, put my wings behind my ears. We got up at 5:30 this morning to be here.
What's the sign? Oh, that's cool.
Because it's important.
Nice.
See, I was born in Kent, Ohio, where they shot 13 kids and 4 of them died. The National Guard did. And so I was raised at protest. My parents weren't protesters, but in fact, my mom was like, dirty hippies. But I wasn't like that.
Right.
So one of my best friends, Forrest Green, sat in a ginkgo tree for a week because they were going to cut him down and they were ancient. And he was like, no. He's like 12 years old.
Do you see the lady sitting in the chair down there? That's Nina. You can say hi. You can go say hi.
Well, you guys, I think this lady might be abusing her dog. It's a little husky.
Oh, too much for you guys, so you can wear them.
Oh, no.
Oh, my
That's
goodness.
why Dusty's not allowed to have huskies.
It's a little husky as opposed to a lot of huskies.
I love my life. Okay, so
It's so acuta.
it's so acuta. Well, we've got helicopters.
Woo!
Here they come. We should probably get off the steps if
Yeah,
they're
we should
coming.
go down there.
Okay. Can I help you up, my love? And we should probably put on our masks.
You guys are welcome to. You can stay here if you want to. But walk.
The folks are going to come and get up here, so we're going to hop down.
We're going to be where? Speakers.
In front of the...
Right down there in front of that. We're the speakers in front of the speaker.
Okay, cool. That sounds good. All right.
Hey, Belle, can you hold this while I put on my mask? Thank you.
Oh my God, I love your shirts. Oh, strong, resilient, indigenous. That was your shit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's an honor to do the work with you at this level, sir.
Excited to be here.
We've got Cara at the house right now. We tried to bring her, but she's like, I am still in mourning and I want to stay at the house and sleep. The tab's a good place to do that, so I understand. This is the machine we're raging against.
Yeah.
I love your hair. You're welcome. Yeah! Woo! Those are the kids that are gonna vote your asses out. Excuse my language. I know that it's scary to some people, but this is the most accepting, loving, gender diverse generation in history, and the older generation is terrified of it.
Well, some of the older generation.
Some of it, yeah. That's true.
Some of us are delighted to be able to pass the torch.
Well, you've been fighting for this forever, though. You know, you've been fighting for this since before I was born.
Before the beginning.
Before the word paganism was coined.
Yeah, that's true, because I'm the one who had to do that. So. Well, I'm proud of each succeeding generation. I really am. It's great. Always happy to pass the torch.
They definitely take less crap than the ones before them over and over again. And I have heard that this generation alpha is something to be terrified of if you're someone who wants to marginalize others. This one that's coming up that are like 10 and 11 right now.
Maybe I should be wearing my mask.
Howdy.
Hi.
What? Oh, I mean, I'm pretty proud. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Oh, if that's the case, grab one of these for Belle. Probably Nina right here. I'm pointing at you. Just in case. They're free for everyone, so I wanted to get one before they were gone. You guys, we're about to fucking speak in front of an entire filled steps. You guys, they're still coming. This is the largest political event that I have ever been asked to speak at. I am.
It's just getting started.
Is it broke?
I don't know how to work this contraption. Umbrellas are beyond me. I don't understand what's happening. She gave us a broke umbrella. Oh, it's got a button.
I just saw a shirt that said, if abortion is murder, congratulations, man.
Well, here's the problem. Every one of these states that's quoting Exodus, being like, thou shalt not kill, are the same states that have death penalties. So they need to make up their fucking mind.
Tracy! Hey, beautiful! How are you doing?
I'm doing great.
I just want to know that. My body, my choice!
It's just getting more and more, y'all.
My body, my choice! My body, my choice! My body, my choice!
They're just
My body,
stopping, y'all. I love that they're playing Rage Against the Machine. This is the machine that they're raging against.
I know.
So good.
Are we sure it's not too aggro? And I was like, no, Carrie, it's not.
Oh, Tim Ryan played a Rage Against the Machine song at his campaign. And Rage Against the Machine was like, "You're the machine, Tim."
Yeah, right.
You're going to be taking pictures?
I won't be. I'm doing live filming.
Over on my friend over there in the witch hats, Tracy, she'll be doing photos.
Oh, good.
Which
because
witch
I want to
hat?
So I
make sure
know
I get
her.
some because I left my.
Oh, she's got a camera.
My phone in the car, and I'm not going to go back and get
She's
it.
actually an activist as well, like major.
Now who is this? Who?
The one that's got the camera and the felted witch's hat right there. In the dark blue. She's about to step off the curb.
Okay.
She's got a big Canon camera around her neck.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm sure I can arrange for it.
You guys, Bella and I have got, and Carrie have been invited to some real shit.
Oh my God, love it! Woo!
This,
Oh, it's raining water from heaven.
this. I want to do this. This is good. Putting voice to power. Oh my God, I'm all excited. You guys. They're still coming. So someone said some junk about Proud Boys. That'd be rough. Not for us. You know, my teacher just passed away, and he didn't really believe in he didn't believe in the threefold law, that which thou dost come back to you 3 times. He believed, do what thou wilt, know the consequences. So I'm a do what thou wilt, know the consequencer. Let's hope that everybody stays nice. I think we're getting ready to start here soon, you all.
Oh, here we go. Here's our song.
Little no doubt, because there's no fucking doubt we're gonna win this in the end.
Well, I mean, when you look at all of the protests going on around the nation and the passion of every single speaker out there, you know they are only representative of the entire female population of the United States of America.
Yep.
This is big, this is important. We are not going away. We are not giving up our bodily rights.
That's right. Just for clarification, we on this channel understand that not everybody that identifies as female has reproductive organs that can have babies. And your rights are important too. Thank you.
Absolutely. I don't have them anymore, but I have a daughter. I have a son who's going to have a girlfriend one of these days.
And there's a lot of us that don't have uterus that 100%. Yeah, he's like, men need to be quiet.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. The folks are showing up. This is awesome.
No, it wasn't Simpson talk.
This dude's wearing a shirt that says, "Worship Satan, respect women."
Oh, worship Satan, respect women.
Well, I wore my Satan's Princess t-shirt today.
Yes, I can.
Show the people your mask again real quick that are showing up.
Such a great shirt. Thank you. I love it.
Heck yeah. Good folk.
Thank you so much.
You are very welcome, my lady.
That's all that you'll let me be.
I'm gonna go get some stuff. I'll be right back. Let's go say hi to some of these people that are holding some cool stuff. Can I put you on YouTube? Awesome. Check out this awesome, this awesome demonstration. So what brings you out today, but are you from the local area?
I am from north of Seattle.
Yeah, right on.
Today,
Right on.
because you got it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm generally from the area.
Right on. We drove down from Index, so
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do. We're speaking today. So
Great, thank you.
hey, it's an honor to get to serve at this level. So thank you so much again for your support, and those are awesome. Those are awesome. Oh, it's getting started.
I am your event host. I am Nina. Hello. Welcome. Thank you everybody for being here. We're about to get started. Just a couple quick housekeeping items.
Little bit, not too bad.
There is literature over here under the tent, of course, that the speakers have brought.
Time to rage.
Every day of our lives.
Man, this jacket feels
24-hour
so good.
free drive-through anonymous.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, he's so
Was
dressed.
this one of those, like, when you say we're gonna go buy him good clothes?
Yeah, this is
We got some good clothes.
Oh, this
the
is
$500 jacket.
We got
Okay.
ourselves.
I like it.
Hello.
hey! Woo!
Hope these are things.
Mic
Figure it
check.
out. All right, so along the rails, we need to keep a path for ADA accessibility. If you are close to the rails, please make a 10-foot space for accessibility purposes. The bathrooms are located inside the building. It is open. Please do not bring any signs on a stick inside.
That's generally
On either side of the rail, ladies and gentlemen, and all humans in between.
Best part is sitting next to you is I'm getting smart as I go along. I'm getting They're getting smart. Now all we got to do left is
Okay.
Let me know if it bothers you, please.
Is it too much?
Oh, I know. I can put it out. Oh, I know I smell
I
that.
think this is getting better.
Okay,
That's
just let
what
me
I
know.
Okay, down here at this white canopy to my right, this is where we are going to have voter registration.
Ow! Vote!
Vote because our lives depend on it.
Yes!
There is also the Universal Healthcare for All Washington Initiative 1362.
Ow!
Universal healthcare. Healthcare is a right, not a privilege. We have extra masks. We have water stationed at all corners of the canopies.
Yay, water!
Anyone with a volunteer tag can help you and answer any questions. We're going to go ahead and start with speakers. Our max cutoff time is going to be 3 o'clock. Once the speakers are finished doing their presentations, we're going to go ahead and open up the mic. Ooh, that sounds like it's working.
It's just not loud enough.
It's not as loud.
It's not as loud as that.
Yeah.
Is there a way to fix the echo? Well, you're right.
Try it again. Try it again. Is that better?
I'm gonna drop my little blessed stone because I go through the building.
Nope. That's
Spray
not
him
working.
Okay.
Technical issues.
It happens. We're loud.
Alright, well, we're still working on the whole microphone thing. We've got these back up. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn over the megaphone/mic to Lene Reed. Let's give her a round. All right, this side, there we go. Hello everybody, thank you for being patient while we have some technical difficulties, we're working on it. We're going to start off today with the land enough. Yes, it's fun. Try it.
Yeah.
Okay, how about now?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for your patience. We are going to start off today with a land acknowledgement. We are meeting on Medicine Creek Treaty lands, the lands of Coast Salish people, namely the local Nisqually and Squaxin Island people. All right. Okay, all the speakers are just going to have to speak like this. We're going to start off with a song. I'm going to do the Women's Warrior song. Cut out. Even closer. No, it cut out.
Be loud, Lene. You can do it.
Why don't we just try this?
All right, is this better yet?
Yes.
It went out again. All right. I need that black. I need that. Okay. I gotta talk right into it like this. Okay, hello everybody. My name is Lene Reed. 5 years ago today, after the Women's March, I had the first Olympia Witches March. And I got connected with many of these lovely people that you are going to hear today. We have a lovely lineup of speakers for you. I am a nationally toured Grand Slam winning poet and author and healer. I'm Creole, I'm Choctaw, I'm Black, I'm white, I'm mostly Gaelic. I'm lots of things. I'm 60% Gaelic. That's what Ancestry said. So I'm lots of things. And so I have studied so many pagan, folklore, just world religions and past. And this poem is my latest piece. It's titled Tiamat, which is the primordial goddess and the name of an Egyptian goddess Ma'at that weighs your soul in the afterlife. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see if you like it. You might agree, you might not, but I think it's cool. In the beginning was nothing, a great emptiness. Even darkness, sky, stars, and earth were born from it. All comes from and returns to her. The womb and torus of life. In the beginning was not the word, was mystery, psyche, thought. Even before sparks, sound, song, heavenly voices poured harmony into existence. That skill, weaving, flow from the abyss is creation. In the beginning was nothing, and that nothing was goddess. And she birthed everything, just as women have for all of humanity. She is highest, mother of God, queen of queens, forever, hallelujah, the creator of time. In a day she gives life. A goddess is blessed with blood for a week, stays alive. In her holy months she brings energy, renewal, changing your outfit, her face, decorations, diapers, and the sheets, rising and falling with each phase of the moon, season of the year, sacred time, hers, 13 months. True as the flow of life that made you, goddess has the power to choose to spend 9 months of a year time existence how she wants to, or not. Life, death, hers, women, created time, counting days on bones till her next moon flow, until the sun who always leaves returns. Hell, Satan, underworld, Hades, the darkness was lovely before you started threatening people to be trapped there. The void is powerful, alone, empty, was powerful before you. My goddess creates life from darkness, heals the greatest pain, blends medicines from herbs, berries, was the first midwife, doctor, and undertaker, as men and warriors brought from the hunts,
It's not working.
faraway places, diseases.
Back to the mic. Back to the mic.
The mic is better.
She's trying to get it over there too.
Is this better? Was powerful before you. My goddess creates life from darkness, heals the greatest pain, blends medicines from herbs, berries, was the first midwife, first doctor, undertaker, as men brought warriors from
Sorry,
the hunt,
everybody.
war, bleeding far away places, diseases, pestilence. Women are the first OBGYNs, surgeons, pharmacists, healers, wisdom, knowledge, Sophia, growth, abundance, harvest, cornucopia, beauty, love, harmony, everything beautiful, good, and holy is the name of a woman, my goddess. My goddess. First, every seed, meal, treatment, your goddess came from the goddess. All of them. There ever only was one holy mother. The son, all-powerful, Ra, he should thank her for his birth. For she is pleased with her son. She is pleased with all of creation. She birthed it. They cannot create nor destroy such a world that continually builds and destroys itself. Just like a woman, just as the moon waxes and wanes, it was birthed, it will die, it will be reborn, as will all of you. All of life, not Jesus. As a tree grows and falls and feeds the next generation, just like a torus of existence, life creation, that is the womb. That we come from, the darkness of the mother. We return to the darkness of the soil. We are forever held by the arms from the darkness of space. She is massive. She is all-encompassing. Goddess, not God. He should kneel to her. The womb giveth and taketh away, not the Lord. Long live the queen and every queen that came from her. Chamat, Inanna, Ishtar, Lakshmi, RuPaul, Danu, Danu, Ma'at, Kuan Yin, Freya, Ayn, Beyonce, Hera, Morgan, Lilith, Oshun. Every monarch, pontiff, and state was born from the All-Mother. In the beginning was Goddess. She creates everything, and everything returns to her.
Yeah, it's working.
All right. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'll have some more poems for you later today, but first we're going to start off with our next speaker, Oberon Zell, the founder, right? Yes,
I can't read it from here. I want to pick this up.
Okay, Oberon Zell, founder and primate of the world's first legally incorporated pagan church in 1968, the Church of All Worlds. He's going to speak on encyclical and reproductive rights.
Good afternoon. I'm Oberon Zell, founder and primate of the Church of All Worlds. As she said, the first legally incorporated pagan church founded in 1962. And I will be sharing with you the first of only 2 encyclicals ever put out by the Church of All Worlds. It was written in May of 1993 by 5 priestesses: Anadea Judith, High Priestess and President; Diane Darling, Editrix of Green Egg; Anna Korn, Willow Oak Esterwood, and my beloved life mate, Morning Glory Zell. Among them, these women have lived all of the following salient experiences: abortion, live birth, midwifery, raising one's own child, raising another's child through adoption or step-parenting, giving up a child for adoption, miscarriage, successful birth control, and sterilization. Yesterday was the 8th anniversary of Morning Glory's death. It is in her honor that I share with you these passionate words of wisdom. Although some of the language may seem antiquated, please keep in mind that this was written 3 decades ago in a former century with different sensibilities. Consider it an historical document, like the Declaration of Independence, and thus I present it verbatim. The Church of All Worlds encyclical on reproductive rights. The Church of All Worlds supports a variety of spiritual experiences, knowing that diversity brings richness and stability to organizations as it does to ecosystems. Therefore, the writing of an official position paper is a novel and difficult thing. Yet in light of the old axiom that a people who will not stand for something will fall for anything, we feel impelled to take a stand against the threat to deny women their right to control their own bodies and the timing of their offspring. One of the few pieces of dogma, if you can call it that the Church of All Worlds does hold is the sanctity of the goddess. Fundamental to the goddess is Great Mother, the first and oldest, is the wonder of reproduction. The miracle of a body producing life, whether it is the body of the earth, of an animal, a plant, or a human being, is feminine divinity manifest. The goddess is sacred. So are all aspects of her fertility. Yet today's cultures do not regard mortal women's reproductive ability with anything approaching this sense of sanctity. Too many women have been molested as children, raped as adults, beaten as mothers, relegated to low-paying jobs, denied birth control by religious and political institutions, and threatened with denial of the right to terminate pregnancy. Prenatal care is often hard for poor women to obtain, and birthing is dominated by a gender that has never experienced it. Mothers are frequently alone, poor, undereducated, too young, or otherwise inadequate to the monumental task of raising a child. Social support for every aspect of human reproduction is lacking in major ways. If a woman wishes to terminate her pregnancy because of ill health, lack of emotional or financial capability to prevent her, thus forcing a child to compound and endure these adverse conditions in life, is cruel in the extreme. Amen.
Woo!
The ill effects of forcing incarnation into a body that is drug addicted or where the mother's life is threatened are pronounced. But subtle harm is also done when the body and psyche are formed in an environment flooded with the biochemical and psychological effects of maternal fear, anger, depression, resentment, rage, despair, horror, and hate. In a world already bursting with too many bodies, forcing a woman to bear a child under adverse circumstances shows a violent disregard for the sanctity of life. And disrespect for the goddess, women, and the environment. True right to life concerns the quality of existence before and after birth, as well as the health of the overall web of life stressed by human overpopulation. The presence of life permeates all creatures, from the great whale to the tiny germ. It animates the sperm and ovum as much as the zygote. Life is created by the dance of the Lord and the Lady in the photosynthetic trysting of the plants, and flows along the food chain to the animals and beyond into the dark earth again. The issue is not life per se, but one of adequate life support. It is patently obvious that if church and government were seriously concerned with the right to life, the issues of gun control, nuclear weapons, the waging of war, and environmental degradation would be addressed. Throughout history, laws governing the rights of women's reproductive capacities show a consistent correlation with patriarchal cultures and periods of military expansion. In Nineveh and Rome, it was a criminal offense for a woman to seek an abortion, but each newborn baby was placed at its father's feet that he may choose to raise it up, smash it with his foot, or order it exposed. Bearing and raising children against their wills keeps women in a dependent position and serves the continuance of patriarchal values. But the freedom to manifest intelligent timing and a well-prepared situation allows the woman to honor her responsibility as well as her health, career goals, and emotional needs. We who revere life and all that it entails, individually and collectively, face and address these problems. It is our intention and will to see the events of reproduction universally respected as sacred, and to enact the restoration of the sanctity of responsible reproductive choice. The process begins long before abortion becomes an issue, with healthy, relevant, and honest sex education for all persons. Especially teenagers. Intensive research into safe and effective means of birth control for both sexes must be funded and tested in humane ways that do not exploit women, men, or animals. Universal access to acceptable birth control methods, regardless of socio-economic status or age, is essential. As are the information, support, and means to avoid sexually transmitted diseases. It is the sacred duty of both men and women to prevent unwanted conception. The question of abortion can be largely circumvented by the religious use of birth control. Sensible counseling and high-quality, inexpensive medical support for all aspects of pregnancy are essential. A pregnant woman deserves unbiased, comprehensive information regarding options available to her. She has a right and a duty to be aware of the immediate and long-term effects of diet and drug use, of the importance of prenatal care, of the availability of alternative birthing procedures, of choices in healthcare, of parenting, education, and child care services, of accurate information on the adoption process, and of the medical and psychological impact of abortion. She deserves compassionate professional support. She deserves compassionate professional support that respects her decisions and religious convictions, whatever they may be. Okay. To bring a child into the world is a commitment of utmost responsibility. To determine to terminate a pregnancy, whatever the underlying reason, is also excruciatingly difficult. A woman who has discovered herself to be pregnant deserves time and space without harassment to consider her course of action. She may wish to sort through. She may wish to sort through her options with her lovers, priestess, goddess, family, and friends. Should she decide to carry through with her pregnancy and become a mother, a woman deserves her community's unstinting support in helping her arrange appropriate medical or midwife care, make financial plans, get relationship or other counseling if desired, and then raise the child in the best environment for both of them in a celebration of the life brought into the world and of the courage of the woman who chooses to do so in a responsible manner. If she decides to continue her pregnancy and then give the baby up for adoption, a woman has the right to counseling to help see her through. Yes? Where was it? To receive through the adoption process and prepare for the moment of parting. She has the right to see, touch, and hold her baby at birth if she wishes, and both the birth mother and the child have the right of contact with each other when later the child wishes to know his or her genetic ancestry. If the decision is to terminate the pregnancy, abortion is best completed as early as possible, when the medical risk is low and before the fetus becomes an independently viable life form. Research into past lives, rebirthing, and hypnotherapy indicates that a spirit comes and goes from its growing body, starting in the second trimester, staying longer and longer towards the end of gestation. If the mother feels this, she may make peace with the spirit of the unborn. Okay, well, let me just wrap it down. Sorry, I'm going to have to move on. In summary, it is ecologically, psychologically, spiritually, and politically indefensible to bring unwanted children into the world.
Thanks very much. I think it's time.
All right, we're going to keep Ayoni here, but we're not. We're going to treat her nicely, but this one wants to be beat. So we're going to sing a song. We're going to sing a song. It's called We Are an Old People, We Are a New People, We Are the Same People, Stronger than Before. We are an old people, we are a new people, we are the same people, stronger than before. We are an old people, we are a new people, we are the same people, stronger than before. We are an old people, we are a new people, we are the same people, stronger than before. Ow!
No, let's do that. No. I need that.
Thank you for having me speak. My name is Sarah Hartsong. I am with the Tree of Life Interfaith Sanctuary, and many of us consider ourselves to be witches. Yes. How many of you are witches here? Hold up your hand if you remember the witch burning times.
was not there.
I was not there.
How many of you were taught about the witch burning times in school? Oh, there's not a whole lot of you, really, if you look around. The witch burning times is a historic moment that people who are nature-centered in their practice, those that call themselves witches, know about all too well. Most all religions have a teaching that is a version of learn from the past, vision the future, and live in the now. Let's do that here now. In the past, from approximately 1450 to 1750, tens of thousands of people were tortured and brutally killed, all in the name of religion that routed out evildoers and witches among their communities. Historians, upon studying this phenomenon, noted that these targeted were mostly women who acted strange. Maybe they were mentally ill, genderqueer, and women who had power, such as widows, midwives. This was a war of a religion that controlled people through the fear of the other and violent, brutal subjugation. The witch craze was economically and politically motivated. The church got all the money and power anyone who was found to be a witch possessed. The new at the time of the field of medicine that was led by men only had their competition, the midwives and the community healers, eliminated, so people could only go to the men for medical advice and treatments. Women were brutally oppressed, not only by the men, but by other women pointing their fingers at them, sometimes in the hope that they wouldn't be targeted as they were the supposed victim. This is similar, guys. What is going on in Texas? People are turning in their neighbors for money? This is now. Now. Why does it matter now? Because we have never gotten over this in our culture. This potential ban on abortions is a holdover from a times when women were property of the men and they weren't allowed to participate in society as equal partners to men. Now, when we fought over time for more and more rights to be afforded to the other in society, to GLBTQAA folks, to women, to other ethnicities that might not be the minority, we need to remember when we didn't have the right to vote, the right to even dream. Many of the women who were burned were deemed to be under the control of Satan because of their dreams. How can we dream if we cannot control our own bodies and make our own decisions about them? We need to look forward to a future where there is more equality, not less. We need to look forward to a future where there is more body sovereignty, where people have the codified right to determine the proper care for their own sacred being. We need a vision of the future where women are not forced to bear the brunt of the responsibilities, financial, social, and personal, as well as the bodily damages pregnancies bring them unless they deem it so. To walk into a vision of a more equitable society, we must dream of more body sovereignty, not less. We here are friends of, or do ourselves call ourselves witches. Here, now, at this rally, we will rise and protest because we understand deeply, truly what this situation is about. It's about power, not babies. These anti-abortionists want to control women's health decisions. Why? Because of fear and this deeply seated misogyny that is still here from the witch-burning times, even if they say otherwise. I guess if you asked them, they wouldn't even know about our history and what happens when one group of society profits off of pointing fingers and turning in neighbors to authorities who can ruin their lives. It's about power, not babies. They want to go backwards. They want to
to oppress women, people's rights to make life and death decisions for the name of their cultural and religious beliefs that include the subjugation of women and minorities. We cannot let them do that. We must adamantly stand united in our progress toward a more equitable society. So whether you consider yourself to be a Democrat, a member of the Green Party, a Libertarian, or a Republican, we all can be those fighting for equality. We can all be progressive in working toward more equitable society, and that's what this is about. It's about power, not babies. This is about who gets to control your body and who gets to make the choices about it and more. This is about our precious rights, and we must fight to ensure all the rights codified by the Supreme Court Judicial Review stay. Or we need to change that damn law and make it codified. Know history. Know what is happening now so that you can know power when you see it. Moving forward, we must codify women's rights. Know history. Know power. Make women's rights law now.
I love it.
I did. Oh, I did not. I made waffles with berries. Hello.
I'm gonna wither away to nothing.
We're eating pizza.
So it's Heather and then who? I'm sorry. I didn't really get to see it. I do know that, but...
Okay, I'm Amanda.
What the fuck, SCOTUS?
Yeah!
Justice Alito says that abortion was never codified in the Constitution. Neither were women's rights. Women were codified as property of their husbands or their fathers. Neither were black people as humans. Yes. Codified in the Constitution, I am 3/5 of a person. Fuck that.
Yeah! Woo!
RBG is spinning in her grave, and it is our job to vote. It is our job to get out there and make sure they know we are pissed off.
Yeah!
Power has never given an inch without a fight. This is our fight. Fuck SCOTUS.
Yeah! That's it. Succinct. That is a lesson in true brevity. Working brevity. Fuck SCOTUS.
Today's society.
Boom.
That just makes absolutely zero fucking sense.
They're trying real hard.
Like, nope, sorry.
And Amy Coney Barrett. And Gorsuch. Gorky Sucky. Whatever the hell it is fucking.
Gorky Park?
Gorky Park. That's what we're calling it. Fuck Gorky Park. I'm gonna make sure. Hey,
Listen to the winds of change.
yeah, anyone who's out there, I want some fuck Gorky Park merch. So make it for me with Gorsuch's face. Woo!
My name is Jennifer. I am an astrologer and a witch and a woman with a uterus. I want to honor everybody here. Thank you so much. This matters. This fucking matters. I see we brought the sun with us, even though it said it was gonna fucking rain because we are powerful.
Yeah! We bring balance.
You must remember your power and where it lies, and it lies in your body. And make no mistake, that is why they want control of it. No matter what you do with your body, if they have an opinion about it, it is not your business, and it's not theirs. We must not allow this to continue. Okay.
You're doing great.
I want to remind everyone about a mythological creature named Chiron, who was a wounded healer. And 50 years ago, when Roe v. Wade was birthed, its birth chart has the same placement where Chiron is right now in the sky.
I've been sitting on this too long with my back.
It is a dark night of the soul. It is a return to remember who the fuck we are and why it matters to be self-identified however you see fit. We must continue remembering where our power lies and bring it back to our bodies. This is where you have your power. If you have forgotten, there are places to go, and we are creating safe spaces. And if you are called to create spaces of safety, make your words known. Stand up in the communities while everyone else is willing to throw their neighbors under the bus. Be the one who will escort them to places for safety, for body autonomy, for their rights to remain within their bodies. Everything is made of people with power. Everything. No one gets control over our bodies unless we consent to it, and that is divine law given by every divine entity that has ever been recognized by any religion. By the fucking way. I really don't have much more to say.
That's okay. Your words are power.
And I fucking love you guys. Smash the patriarchy.
Smash the patriarchy.
But not like sex. Yeah.
No, yeah, let's gently smash the patriarchy. Gently. She dropped.
Mic drop.
Yeah. That was definitely a mic drop. And what's better is it's got a uterus on it, so it's a uterine mic drop.
Uterine mic drop.
Your uterine dropped. R&O people, we are the same people, stronger than before. We are an old people, we are
It's
a
Bella,
new
everybody.
people. Are the same people, stronger than before. Ow! Woo!
I'm Belladonna Laveau, the Archpriestess of the Aquarian Tabernacle Church. We are a worldwide collection of Wiccan churches, and I'm glad to be here today. They are afraid of us.
Yeah!
They are scared of you.
Yeah!
You are power, you cannot be controlled, and they are trying their best.
Yeah!
Reverend.
They have tried to hold us down by our color, by our sex, by our religion, by any means possible, and we just won't let them do it. You have watched this world slide into crazy for the last 6 years until they're the freaks and we're the normal ones. They are killing themselves with their own stupidity. You gotta vote. You have to vote. You have to help people vote. You have to talk about voting and then talk about voting, and when you're tired of talking about voting, you gotta talk about it some more. There are all of us out there who are just not thinking that we count. My people, you count. Do not allow yourself
yourself to think your voice doesn't count. You have to make change. Our world cannot take the religious right anymore. Their world is over. Their Bible has had the apocalypse. This is their last fight. Do not let them have it. You have to get out there and do everything possible to take this world back to a place of peace, love, and prosperity, because it has been fed hate and greed and fear long enough. You are not invisible. You do not deserve this. Your government is made for the people, and you are the people.
Yes, we are!
Register, and then on the day that it is time to vote, let nothing stand in your way or turn you aside. There are churches, the Church of Satan, pagan churches. We stand for your choice. And we are going to continue to fight. But your biggest voice is your vote. And unfortunately, your dollar. So give to the right politicians who are saying the things you want. Be a boot on the ground. Make a difference, get active, do not stand on the sideline, and run for office, people. You can run for office if you don't even need a high school education to be a senator or a congressman. I am serious. All you have to do is decide to run for office. Get a position, start local, and just move up. So did I say vote?
What?
Did I say vote? Did y'all hear me say vote?
Yes!
Okay, and my last thing, vote.
Your turn. And now we have the Right Reverend Dusty Dion. Get up there.
Thank you, Bella.
Woo! Good job, Bella. Yeah, good job. Good job. Thank you. Good job. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice. Our bodies, our choice.
I didn't even have to say anything, and I got a cheer. It is an honor to be here. My name is... Oh, I would love to step forward into the sun. I have sun in the first. Who here is an astrologer? Oh, the mic is. My name is Very Reverend Dusty Dion of the Aquarian Tabernacle Church. I am the archpriest, and I get to stand next to this wonderful woman who is just up here talking to you all. She is pretty great, isn't she?
Yes. Just a little bit. Just a little.
I would like to start by saying Merry Meet. I present as a sit-het white male. I am Métis, which means absolutely nothing to any of you that aren't Canadian. I was born in America, so it doesn't mean anything to my government either. I am the product of residential schooling. My grandfather was put into the residential school. He cut all his hair off, took the last name Dudley, and became a trucker. I know through my family history firsthand what the government will do if left unchecked. I'm also the grandson of Arthur Middleton, whose name's on the Declaration of Independence. That means I understand from both sides just how deep the heart
of this country is for personal liberty. And some people come from the wrong place, man. They mean well. We all, even the dirtiest, nastiest person with the dirtiest, nastiest understanding of the world, thinks they're doing right. Yuck. But the common thread of Americans is that we have a desire to live free. None of us can argue that. We all want to live free. Right?
Right.
But there is a sect, a death cult, that has a stranglehold on this country. We, all of you witches, you're the religion of life. You believe in loving this existence that we have been given, and that one day when you die, you'll get to come back. You'll get to do it again. You'll get to live. And so you want to leave this place in a wet state that you're willing to come back to. Native Americans say of the white man that we act like we're going home. We dirty this place up like we got somewhere to be. But we're here. This is our planet. And we're coming back. The people who are making these laws about you don't care that your baby's going to die because they think it's going to paradise. They are a death cult. They are a death cult that believes that their greatest salvation will come after they pass. They think this is torture. Do you fucking feel tortured in this sun? No. With this gentle rain on you and this cool breeze? No. Right. We do not have the option of allowing the Christian right to push us further and further into their psychosis. Yeah. This is why when you live with a crazy person, you need a professional, because they will make you think their crazy is the normal. Oh, yeah. This crazy is not our normal. So do you see these flags behind me? Yes. Do you know why they're half-mast today? No. Because we crossed 1 million deaths from COVID in America. Yep. What SCOTUS judgment do you think stopped the government from forcing you to have a vaccine? Which fucking one?
Body autonomy.
Roe v. Wade. Roe v. Wade. I hope that there's some counter-protesters somewhere that can hear that. Roe v. Wade stopped you from getting a forceful vaccination. Woo! I help run one of the largest Wiccan churches in the entire world. We're multinational. We're the only Wiccan church, only pagan church in the world that has an umbrella exemption. The only one. We also have a soul corp, which means we run like an actual hierarchical church, like the Catholic Church or the Mormon Church. I work every day on the phone with people who are losing their rights to the encroachment of Christian supremacy. Every day. The ATC is one of 3 churches that work together so that your veterans can have a pentacle on their tombstone. The ATC is the church that gave your prisoners a right to wear pentacles. Every day I watch as this virus of death moves across the planet and tries to push and push and push and push. And the only thing standing in their way are people who aren't getting paid and aren't getting the love that they deserve for standing in the way. And that's you, and that's me. But we're gonna keep doing it anyway because we don't have a choice. And so, I'm going to leave you with one stanza that you usually say 3 times, but I feel compelled to honor my mother. Also, I want you to look behind you and notice the extreme Abrahamic architecture of American government. Real Abrahamic. Anyway, this is called the Mother of all Vedas, also known as the Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurбhuvah Swaha Tat Sarve Tuvarenyam
Pargovas devasya dimahi Gyohoyona Prachodayat Om.
Make sure to vote, and remember, this is not a fucking religious issue. That is them trying to change the battlefield. This is a civil rights issue. Thank you.
And there's our Dusty Dion. That's right. Yeah, good job, good job.
Good job.
Good job, good job, Dusty.
It was good, baby.
Yeah.
You did good.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Tears.
Wait, hold this so I put my mask on. It wasn't too intense.
No.
Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate.
Not the church, not the state. People must decide their fate.
No back alleys in the night. Forcing choices we will fight.
No back alleys in the night. Forcing choices we will fight.
Look at this fucking chucklehead. He looks like a real good person to be
Forcing choices we will fight.
Fuck the courts and the legislature. I am not an incubator.
Fuck the courts and the legislator. I am not a fucking incubator.
You should walk by and you should spray him with water from your mouth.
Fuck the court.
Let's see how much time we got left. Okay, we got 13%, y'all. We'll keep going as long as we can.
It's not big enough.
You're only banning safe abortions. That's the one.
People, I'm here to tell you that your right to your bodily autonomy is the essence of consent.
Woo!
I love her shit. The journey to this understanding has taken a while. I've been pregnant 3 times every single time while I was taking birth control. And when I found out I was pregnant for the 3rd time, I had a really important choice to make because I didn't really know if I should keep this child. And for me, at that time, the answer was yes. And I also made a deal with myself that the minute I could, as soon as I was done giving birth, I was going to get my fertility ended. So when I started planning for my tubal ligation, I felt like I really needed to honor my generative capacity before I let it go.
See this dude back
And
here.
in the
Flag.
search for some kind of ritual, some kind of spiritual acknowledgement that I would be passing over a threshold from which I could not return, I discovered goddess-centered spiritual practices and their inherent link to the cycles of life and death on this planet. And it blew my mind. I learned about natural reproduction and wise women and herbal abortifacients. And I realized that people have been making choices about their pregnancies for all of human history. When and how and if to have a child has always been a deeply personal decision. Now, when I first started thinking about abortion and reproductive rights, I thought, oh, well, maybe I could parse this out. Maybe, the life of the mother.
He's a pretty terrible representative of it.
I came to realize that this is absolutely a distraction. I was willing to give parts of myself away to bargain for the idea that I could have some kind of safe abortion if I really needed one. And that by making sensible decisions about how to conduct my sexual life, that I could make my request for safe abortion access more palatable to authority. But now I realize that argument is totally a red herring. It is not about any of those things. Your right to your abortion, your right to your family planning, your right to your body is absolutely about your right to consent.
Woo! Yes! Yes! Woo!
Now I'm just gonna remind you about what is in this piece of crap that passes for the current justification for overturning Roe v. Wade. All right. So
not you, that guy.
The rancid idea that our bodies are property to be controlled. In Justice Samuel Alito's view, his legal justification for overturning Roe v. Wade includes multiple references to a guy named Sir Matthew Hale, a reprehensible witch burner of the late 1600s, who is infamous for his legal ideas that women are in fact property, first of their fathers and then of their husbands, that marital rape is justified and a natural course of marriage, and that single women are an unnatural presence and a destabilizing influence since they are susceptible to immorality and becoming a satanic force in the community. These are his own words, right? What? Alito also
we gotta
references
become a
Henry
satanic
Jabracton,
force within the community.
a 13th century jurist who also advocated burning people alive, as well as the greatness of monarchs, the value of slavery, the certainty that children, quote, born of prohibited intercourse are fit for nothing. This ridiculous waste of skin is referenced no less than 6 times in Justice Alito's leaked draft ruling. 6 times!
They basically stopped the dude with
what the
flag from hitting him.
Right? This is supposed to be wise legal jurisprudence?
What?
You know, it's ridiculous. So, in fact, it's interesting that Hale advocated for a place for abortion in common law of the time, suggesting that it was justifiable until a pregnancy has quickened, right? Nothing like cherry picking only the greatest hits that serve your argument, Alito? Impartial much.
Fuck you, Alito!
This drive to deny our consent and regulate our bodies is based on the idea of controlling resources. Controlling resources. That's us, ladies. And anybody with a uterus. And they attempt to justify it by using radical Christian dogma. They want to control us. They are deeply suspicious of our power, of our mysteries, of the inexhaustible, implacable yin that rises from estrogen. They envy our stamina, our drive, and all our productive capacities in the kitchen, in the workplace, and in the bedroom.
Fuck that! Fuck that!
We are resource generators. They want it for their own. They literally want all the fruits of our labors. And the babies that aren't upheld as, oh, precious gifts of life by old white hypocrites are still useful as members of the great unwashed, the dregs of society, the lower classes, who are designed to be scapegoats and whose misery has been engineered and developed and mined for generations. I mean, you can't blame an underclass if you don't have an underclass, right?
Right.
So now we, as witches and pagans, have a unique set of tools in which to turn this tide. We respect the generative forces of belief. We know how to gather carefully and concentrate power. We're doing it right now. Ow! Yin gives us power, deep, implacable power, an inexhaustible wellspring of power. The power to generate and nurture all life, ours and other beings. We invoke our goddesses and gods and the powers of the earth and sky to create a better life for ourselves and our beloved. We stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, growing in our strength from their rooted experiences. Their wisdom lives on through each and every one of us. Their sacrifices give our lives meaning. We channel that power, raise that energy,
and use it to gather, use it to march, use it through spellcraft, use it to stand sovereign and whole and ungovernable.
Yeah!
I am a witch. I have a womb, and I do not consent. I do not consent. I do not consent.
Yeah! Not consent! I do not consent! I do not consent!
I do not consent!
Ow! Oh, I think we're gonna have enough to get Carrie in here. That makes me happy. Carrie's also from our church.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Carrie.
I just want to let you know. Good afternoon. My name is Carrie the Fairy. You can tell because I've got wings.
We love you.
I love you too. I'm here to tell you a story. Once upon a time, a young girl who was just over 16 decided to celebrate homecoming with her friends after the game. She went to a party and drank her first sips of alcohol. Ooh. The girl was very naive and extremely innocent, so she